Jessie Chipindo is a blossoming Zambian rose who leaves an absolutely good taste in your mouth, literally. She is the founder and head chef at Dulce and Banana restaurant. The restaurant has recently opened its second outlet in Lusaka, Zambia, rapidly growing it from 5 to 50 employees in 3 years. She was the only female participant and finalist in the professional category of Master Cook Zambia in 2015. With only a high school education, she overcame several limitations and made numerous sacrifices to realize her dream. Her vision is to open a 5-star restaurants across Africa and beyond. Jessie's inspirational story demonstrates how you should persevere, never give up, and focus on living your passion. Hello. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Style with Roses. We focus on flourishing roses that are making a difference in their countries all over Africa. One of my favorite girls is here today, Jessie Chipindo, proprietor and owner of Dulce and Banana. She always leaves a good taste in your mouth, literally. Look at you, Jessie. How are you?
I'm well. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Thank you for the lovely introduction.
Yes, ravishing as usual. I'm trying to compete with the food here, just to, beat your hors d'oeuvres or whatever it is that you call them, Exciting times for you. I'm looking forward to today.
Thank you. Me too.
Jessie, your journey from when we last met, 3 years, a lot of things have happened. From the humble beginnings of Dulce and Banana at the Swedish Embassy, here we are now. Tell us about the inspiration behind Dulce and Banana restaurant.
Well, my inspiration is my passion for food, making good food, making people happy, and I love to host. So, everybody that I've hosted in the past, before I started my restaurant, always recommended that I should consider, opening up a restaurant one day. And I always thought I would do it, but much later on, when I was much older, I didn't think it would happen so fast. And it's been amazing, I must say.
And you focused on that journey for just from your 20s, early 20s, here you are.
I was putting 25 away, to be 25. Precise,
there you go.
When I started out.
Yeah, so, you're still 25, so that's stagnant, doesn't really change, does it? Yeah, we stick to 25. So the humble beginnings, 25, you decide, very rare for a young Zambian lady when you should be out partying and having fun with your girls. You put away the heels and the glam to decide to go into food. How has that worked out for you?
It's worked out really well, though sometimes it's quite a challenge because I find that I've really missed out on my social life. Yeah. I am more focused on just growing my brand, growing my business, and it's been amazing. So sometimes I just wish I was like everybody else on a Friday night, put on my shoes and go out, but I can't do that. I have responsibilities. I have workers to pay at the end of the month.
Yeah,
I have a brand to protect and all that. Yeah.
So there was a lot of sacrifice on your part. Now, did you have to then get a huge loan in order to get started? How did you start the business?
I actually did go out to try and acquire a loan through banks, and I was told every bank that I approached that they don't fund startups, and it was a little bit too depressing because of course I'm just trying to start up and I need the funds to start up.
Yeah.
So if they can't fund startups, how do startups even start up?
Yeah.
But luckily I had been baking for years, maybe 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I had been trying to do a little bit of saving, and so with the bit of money I had, I just decided to start out that way. And as I made a little bit more money, I started reinvesting in the business and growing it, which I'm still doing now. That's how I've got into my second restaurant.
Wow. We'll get to that second restaurant. But what I hear you saying is that you not having the financing that you were hoping to get from the banks didn't stop you from going ahead because you had the gift.
Yeah, it's actually the only thing that I really know how to do and I really love. I just couldn't imagine myself doing something else because I tried working like day jobs twice before. I was a cashier somewhere and something else somewhere else, and each time I just thought, I don't belong here. I don't belong here. I belong in the kitchen.
You just had that feeling.
Yeah.
I need to be behind the pots.
Yep.
the Pots saw you as one of the finalists for Master Cook Zambia.
That too. Yeah,
I remember very well. Why don't you just share a little bit about that experience? That was amazing.
It was just during the first year that I started my business, 4 months into it, somebody approached me and then they mentioned that they were doing this and they had 2 levels, like the amateur level and the professional level, and they recommended that I just go try out one. So I was going to do the amateur level, but then I thought to myself, like, I make all this great food. I'm a great chef. I don't think I'm an amateur. I think I'm a professional.
You put yourself on those levels.
Yeah, so that's how I did that. And I finished up being the only professional female chef competing with all those male professionals from all those renowned institutions. Wow. And yeah, it was nice. It was really quite a challenge, but it was nice and it just encouraged me, and I went as far as the semifinals.
Fantastic. Yeah, semifinals, only go there. It just shows you. Push hard, ambition, drive, and passion.
Totally.
Lethal combination. And I'm sure those boys really gave them a run for their money.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I did. Because I remember on the first day when we did the preliminaries here in Lusaka, my dish was dish of the day. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
You go, you see.
Yeah.
There's that rose flourishing in the kitchen there.
It's been a beautiful journey.
So from Master Cook experience, you kind of now tested yourself to see how good you really were. You weren't an amateur. So then you decide, is that what pushed you to decide to then open your own restaurant?
That was actually when I started the restaurant.
Okay.
I did Master Cook when I was actually running my restaurant, 4 months into the business. Yeah.
So you did them concurrently 4 months, and then at the same time you're running a national competition.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And how did you manage to do that? Did you have a team, or how did you pull it off?
I would try. It was difficult because when I just started, my girls were not really, up to there. I had to be in the kitchen all the time myself. So I had to ask them to schedule the times that it was convenient for me. Lunchtime was a no-no because I would have to be in the kitchen. So sometimes they would hold them mostly like after 3 o'clock in the afternoon because we'd close at 5.
Okay.
So 3 o'clock for us would be like lunchtime dying down.
Okay.
But before then, it would be manic in the kitchen. So they would try and be flexible.
So you personally trained your team as well?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Yes, I did.
I want to hear more about your hands-on everywhere. It looks like you're just not in the pots and the plates. You know what? We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we want to hear more about Jessie's journey, and this time, Jessie Part 2. Literally.
Hi, my name is Jessie Chipindo, head chef and proprietor at Dulce and Banana Multi-Cuisine Restaurant, and it's been amazing hanging out with Rose Sibisi on Style with Roses.
Welcome back to Style with Roses. Today, I'm joined by a dynamic and gorgeous chef who has found her way through all the kitchens in Zambia, literally, and she recently launched her own second restaurant. Dulce and Banana is really spreading its wings, Jessie. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I saw all the pictures, a media frenzy last week. Tell us about the second restaurant that you've just opened.
Same concept as the first one. The first one, actually, when I just started, we opened at the Swedish School in Long Acres.
Okay.
And then, did I actually tell you that I only started with 5 employees when I started out, and now I'm at 50.
Wow. So you're an employer as well. Wow.
Yeah. So we started out at the Swedish School with only 5 employees, and then by the time it was like end of year 2, we just got year 1. We got really big. We really grew, and we needed to employ more, and then we needed to move to a bigger venue. So that's how we moved to 8 Reedback about, say, close to a year ago.
Okay.
Close to a year ago, which is a beautiful big venue. 8 Reedback Hotel. I don't think you've been. Have you?
I have. I've been there several times, actually. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Stunning
nice
venue.
Small boutique hotel.
Yeah.
We're providing food services and drink services there.
But like a fully fledged restaurant? You're running the restaurant?
Yes.
Wonderful.
I'm renting this outsourced.
Okay.
And then through the course of last year, we grew again and found a second venue at Southern Sandwich Way in the banking hall. and it's also been another challenge financially, because it took me back to the days of Swedish school, where you have to just go and put together everything you've got and go back to being broke. But
it doesn't sound like that. So in essence, it's like 3, because you're saying you were first at the Swedish school, and then 8 Reedbuck, and then now you're at Southern Sons.
Yeah.
From 5 to 50, when do you know that it's time to expand or to grow?
When you're really, really busy, and then you start getting understaffed, then it's hard to even make the shifts. And because I also I provide outside catering services.
Wow.
You find that you have no staff to send outside, and then it's time to call it.
So have you cloned your staff? These guys are like the ladies and gents. They're as good as Jessie.
They're pretty much as good as Jessie, but come on.
There could only be one Jessie, but at least you're passing it on.
Yeah, but I'm really proud. I've built a really strong team, and with running 2 restaurants, I can be at one location with so much ease, knowing that the other one is taken care of. So right now I'm concentrating on the new one. I'm really just trying to establish it and grow a good team there, and quite sufficient. I'm just trying to do all that and put it in place.
If they're both running well, it just means you've done a good job, because I know that as human beings we tend to gravitate towards who we know. So I know if I was there last week, I went to Atri back and I'm looking for Jessie, but yet business as usual, everything was running as it should be. So that's a good sign.
It is, but sometimes it's a challenge, because people think there's only good food when I'm there. Are you there? I'm like, not at the moment. Okay, call us when you get there. So sometimes I just say, I'm there.
I'm in the back somewhere. So just order and then I'll come and see you.
They call me, are you coming out? The food was super amazing. I'm like, no, actually I wasn't there at all.
There you go.
I just wanted you to be comfortable and confident and just work it, which has been, and I remember being on holiday in Australia in January, and panicking to say what's happening at the restaurant, and then some clients put a post saying, you may not be here, but you should be proud of your team. The service was excellent. Sonia and Anita are really nice, and the food was amazing. So it's little things like that just make my day,
and they just validate everything that you've stood for and everything that you've fought for. Well done.
Thank
means
you.
You're actually doing something right.
Thank you.
So now I'm thinking, what next? So now you've got the second restaurant. Where is Jessie headed to?
For now, I just want to take it easy and first really, really establish this one. But in time, for short-term goals, I want to start doing cooking classes.
That would be great.
Yeah, I want to start doing cooking
because
classes.
Now you'll really be passing it on, and you'll be creating a platform for many others to come on board. Having said that, we always believe that you need to inspire people with your story. I mean, this is what this is about. You come here and you tell us your success story. It's amazing. 3 years, quick growth. If you had to pass on the same energy, the same strength, the same relentless spirit, where you said, if the boys are there, I'm going to be there. If it's girls, I'm going to be there. If you had to pass on a rose, I'm going to just challenge you. This is a rose. I want you to think of someone that you would like to call out and say, you know what? I've done it. I was there. I've gone through the pruning process. I'm a rose. I'm blossoming. I'm budding. And I'd like you to do the same. Who would it be, and what would you say to them?
A few years ago, if not a year and a half, I ran into a young man. His name is Twenda Sikazwe.
Okay.
Yeah, and he just recognized me. So, you Dulce and Banana, and he just told me he was a chef as well. And we've been talking actually on my last flight from Australia.
Yeah.
We met somewhere, connecting, and we just had a nice chat. And he was coming back from somewhere as well. And he's just been telling me about how he loves to cook and how he's cooked for this person and that person.
Is he Zambian as well?
Yes, he's Zambian. And then I noticed about a few weeks ago that he opened a little place at that gas station in... Where's that place again? Twin Pump Road somewhere.
Goodness.
Yeah, I haven't yet been. It's called By the Way, BUY. By
By the way, as in buy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. By the way, I've just been so busy setting up this new place, but I really want to go there and show him support. And it's just not easy starting out. And I just want to encourage him to carry on, because I see him moving on to a nicer, bigger place from the gas station. And I know what it's like. I've been there before.
Started
so I just
from the
want
bottom,
to
now we're here.
I just want to applaud him and to encourage him. And I know the journey. And well, I'm walking it with him in spirit.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So I hope he's listening. What is his name again?
Twenda Sikazwe.
So Twenda, that's a call out for you from Jessie. She's passed on the rose to you. We'll be catching up with you soon. And what is it?
By the way.
By the way, keep going. That is amazing. Well done. I mean, it's so good when you always can look back and just resonate with those that want to walk the journey. As a service provider, what would you encourage other service providers to be able to do when it comes to customer service and customer experience?
And one of the things I've come to learn, sometimes the owners will not even know, like when you're around your staff are at the best behavior, but when you're not there, sometimes they're being shady.
Yeah. That's the word.
Yeah. So like, I think the word really is not to the service providers, is to the employees, because some people tend to think, it's not even my business. It's just a job. I wouldn't do this if I didn't need this money,
It's quite sad.
Yeah, but like, if you're gonna do something, you might as well just do it right, especially if you're getting paid for it. And customer service, customer care, well, it's just very important to me. And also in this industry, it's not like the pay is that much for the workers, but you get tips. I've worked for tips in my life before. And
really?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
And if you are gonna get a tip for your transport the following day, it's only gonna come out if you give good service, and people are happy, they appreciate, and they feel bad, of course, if they're just gonna leave like that when you've been up on your toes running around and trying to serve them and things like that. I'm a sucker for service, and like, if I have the money, I do tip really well. But if you don't deserve it, I don't even give you a dime.
Because you know what it's like to be on the other side.
Exactly,
and those lessons need to be taught.
Yeah.
Very well said. And that's the mission that we must just continue on, especially if you're gifted in an area like yours that involves people all the time. When it comes to people, the then and now, I'm always so impressed or intrigued. I don't know the word that I'm looking for, but intrigued about the then and now. Things were very different when we were growing up, and I think you've seen a shift between how things are done now and how things were done then, especially when it comes to behavior. Do you have little reminders that you feel the game is the same, even if it's different? Like now you're in the restaurant business. What was it like for outside catering or private entrepreneurs going into that space?
What was it like me starting out outside catering?
Yeah.
Up to now, I'm still really trying to get in. It's not really easy, and outside catering is where the money really comes from most of the time. That's what really has pushed us, because it's about the volumes, and the market is quite tight, and then you have to bring your A game if you're going to get in. So I've been targeting the corporates, and I've got a good number of clients, but that's not where it stops, because I want to just keep growing, because there's days when the restaurant business is slow. There's months, like the month of January was quite bad.
January.
Yes.
January.
It was quite bad. But then, because you have all these other gigs to do, that still covers up for it, So I'm still trying to really get in and just establish myself a very, very good corporate clientele, and of course the occasional weddings and bridal showers.
Fantastic. You've got a lot of things on the go.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a lot of things on the go, and we will definitely be following your story, because you're definitely our kind of girl, the rose that is blossoming and flourishing. And I love that now your garden is growing from 5 to 50, and next time we sit, it'll be 500. And there's Jessie dealing with 500 people. So for the benefit of our viewers, would you have a final word for us?
My passion is women, girls, and just the culture of dependency in our nation. I feel like most women don't think that they can really be out there and venture in the business world and just fight, like the men. They would rather do small jobs or just be housewives, and maybe too afraid to dive in. And I just want to encourage somebody out there, like, if you realize it doesn't have to be cooking and baking, it could be gardening, you could go out there and be a florist, it could be hairdressing. Exactly. And because of that, I've been trying to focus on mostly employing girls at the restaurant. Actually, out of the total number, only 4 are guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only 4 are guys. And sometimes it's a challenge dealing with lots of girls. Sometimes we all are in a bad mood and with tempers, and there's just days when it's all joyful. But like, I just hope that more women could come out there and just get into the business world. And Zambia is perfect right now if you're gonna start out a business. It's peaceful, and unlike a lot of other places out there. Yeah,
that's very true. Much as I'd like to keep going and having a great conversation with this beautiful chef who is doing wonders in Zambia and obviously beyond, because you can hear she's got bigger teams, we're going to catch up with her next time over some cake, I hope. And this has been Style with Roses on a sweet note. See you next time. So now, Jessie, people want to come here and enjoy this beautiful place that you've put together. A little bit about the deco. You said you did this yourself.
I did it myself, yeah. At first, I thought I was gonna get like a company that specializes in interior decoration and all that, but when I got a quotation, it was a little bit on the high side, and I still had so much work to do, so much investment to do. So I decided I was just gonna do my own thing. So I had to get my creativity going, and so I just got people to do the construction work for me.
Beautiful,
and I just told them what I wanted.
Let's allow the guests to come and enjoy. Let's not give away all your hidden gift secrets. But where do they find you? Like, if people want to come, people who are watching now, you want to come to Dulce, you've got to come to Dulce. Where do they come to?
We are located off Sable Road at plot 15 there in Kabulonga, and also you can find us on Facebook. Just look for Dulce by Jessie.
Dulce by Jessie. Can you see? This has been the real sweeter note. We're just going to hang around here for some time. Until the next time, this has been Style with Roses. You were created to bud. You are meant to blossom. You should flourish. The rose is the most impactful flower in the world. Its value never changes. Like a rose, you are beautiful. You are valuable. You were created to make an impact. You are a budding rose. You are a blossoming rose. You are a flourishing rose. Join me, Rose Sibisi, as I celebrate your value and impact with the world. Only on Style with Roses.